responsible for the daily investments of California and local governments, most local governments' short-term cash. I am also the agent of sale of the state's debt. Then I chair 15 economic development authorities, so I'll finance things from taco trucks to Tesla. The impact of climate change is very pronounced on the state of California. It's changed the way we have to think about how we store and use water. We're going to have to measure things better. People want radical change, but oftentimes that going too far to the right or too far to the left just freezes you at a certain point, and water is one of those areas where we can't be frozen. I've been trying to work on green bonds. Green bonds are used to be for clean and green purposes. The younger generation is twice as likely to support environmental measures than the baby boom generation. And so when you think about $30 to $40 trillion of wealth transfer occurring in the next 3 decades, to have that product available, we can add more people to the investor pool so that hopefully in the long term it provides better financial advantages for California. California on July 13th, 2007 went into a negative cash position. And so California went fiscally mismanaged. Fortunately, things got worse the next year. 2012, I sent a letter to Governor Brown. I said, we have cash problems again, right? And I said, I hope we've learned the lesson from 2008, 9, 10. Governor Brown got it. Part of our future has to be the economic and environmental sustainability health of California. In my inaugural speech as a state treasurer, I said, I went through my top priorities and I said, number one is housing. Our poverty levels relative to others they're in the same range based on income. But when you add the housing factor in, it truly elevates to a material degree how many Californians are struggling to make their lives work. I did the first rewrite or substantive and substantial rewrite of the affordable housing regulations. 1 of every 5 homeless Californians is a child. That's not the ideal of what is California. So some of the stuff I did was I said, hey, I will lift what was sort of an artificial cap on how much you can make, but I wanted the developers to try to engage in deeper affordability. I put up 4 award-winning websites on financial transparency because people need to know how much is being borrowed, is being used properly, is it being paid back timely. You can hopefully identify bad practices. During the recession, we had 4 California cities file for bankruptcy. And so that's frankly one of the reasons we put up By the Numbers website. I try to promote greater financial education. We need to build greater depth because this conversation that I can't have with anybody else in state government because they haven't served in all 3 positions I have. Over the last year and 3 quarters as your state treasurer, I've saved us $4.5 billion through refinancing of debt. I work on a lot of funding and financing throughout the state. The long end of the curve now is very concerned about President-elect Trump. People are concerned about whether this country welcomes them. People plant a lot of money and jobs are here, right? And you're worried about your immigration. Can I come here for my 3 months? Can I come here for my 6 months to track my investments? And you're not sure. It's like, why would I plant my money if I'm not sure I can go there and track my money? So yes, we want to protect American jobs. We got to do all this stuff, but we have to have this balance. I'm the oldest child of immigrant parents who came to this country, and so we were discriminated against. But I grew up in an era, right, the 1960s, so I wanted to be one of those rebel answers at Cal, right? I just wanted to say equal rights, everybody's important, right? I wanted to be a civil rights attorney, but then I went to law school in Washington, D.C., got opportunity to work on Capitol Hill, and I was just so inspired, right? It's like, wow, it's like I'm broke, but I get to try to make laws that try to help people every day, and right, I get to meet all of you, and together I have this hope that we can really make this place one that's aspirational, right?